What's going on, guys? It's like 10, but I've waited too long. So we are going to get this big boy fired up. Um, I want to get a ripper going in it because I want to season the inside. I want to see it season the lifts, all the steel that's inside that didn't get paint. So I'm going to season it just like I would, any barbecue, any griddle, anything. So we're going to get it heated up. We're going to wipe it all down with some flaxseed oil, and we're just going to let it burn for a little bit. And then I'm going to toss on a slab of ribs because I got to get them cooked. This is a little kind of breaking tradition here a little bit because just with all the setbacks this week with weather and my timing and getting this thing back here, which is a pain in the ass. Um, I already ate the wings, and we already had ribs one night, but I have another slab out, so I got to cook them. But I'm also going to toss on a shoulder roast as well because I want to make some pulled beef. So I figure this would be a good way to test the roasting out, even though, I mean, it's cold. It won't typically be like this, but if it can roast and smoke in temperatures like this, it can do it anytime. So I figured, what the hell, let's throw it at it. And then later on, I'm actually going to be doing more of a recipe cook video. I'm going to make some good mushroom Swiss juicy Lucy's using the griddle, the grates, that just the whole kind of package. So she's going to be running all day. And I figured if it's just cold out, let's get a fire lit and try to keep ourselves warm. So anyway, what I'm going to do is we're going to get her stacked up. I'm going to do two small fires down in the lower, just so I can get a real nice bed of coals out. And I want warmth on both sides. I want everything to be heated up. And then I'm going to build a fire in the center of the braziero, just to get some heat going back there. And then, like I said, I'm going to get everything coated and let that burn in for a while. And then we'll commence to tossing some meat on her. So let's do it, shall we? All right. So we got them going. Nasty smoke from that fat wood, but that burns out quick. So I'm gonna get these three piles going. Probably throw another log on each one. Like I said, I want to get a real nice, even heat going on inside of here, so I can make sure everything is coated well. And then I'll have a good bed of coals that I can play with, and we can commence to our cooking as well. So she's a big boy. It's 10 out. The steel is thick. It's going to take a minute. So I'm going to let this go. All right, guys. It's nice and warmed up. Got everything coated down. The grates already it's seasoned. I did those in the oven. Um, three coats of flaxseed oil on those, so they are coated well. And I will just continue to do so first few cooks like I always do, just to make sure. Wipe them down before, wipe them down after. That way, I know you just know you have well seasoned grates. You don't have to worry about them. You can toss whatever on there. You don't have to worry about spraying them. Nothing. And if you've seen any of my grills, you know that, or my videos. I mean, sorry, it's early, it's cold. I'm eating smoke, but you'll notice I never spray the grates before I put any meat on. You season them right, you don't need to. So, but she's going real well. I'm going to let them lower fires burn for just a few more minutes. There is a lot of smoke. And I know the camera's probably not, well, actually, it kind of looks like it is. I'm not sure how it'll translate to the video, but it's blue. I mean, we have some nice, clean burning wood going on right now. And just like with the rotisserie, the roll that's going on, we got all that rush of smoke coming up and this running over the grates. I raised those up a little bit more. We're golden, man. So I think she's going to cook real well. I got a slab of ribs in there, and I have the that shoulder roast that I'm going to toss on there, that beef shoulder. And we're going to throw some fire at that shit, man, and see what happens. So, see how she roasts, see how she does her ribs, see what kind of color we get. You know, salt and pepper on the ribs, of course, salt, pepper, green chili, and I hit the roast. I didn't feel like making any meat meth, so I just hit the roast with some hardcore carnivore red. So a great go-to, really. It's awesome stuff, man. So, but I'm gonna let that go for a little bit. I'm gonna shut the front door, and we're gonna get to cooking. So I'm gonna try and I'm just gonna keep the videos kind of split because I'm gonna be doing a lot on this thing today. And if I was to just do one whole video, it'd be ridiculously long, which is a pain in the ass to manage, upload, and import, and all that other nonsense. So, and this isn't my job, so I'm not doing that. So, but like I said, I'm just gonna let those burn down a little bit. I'm gonna give them a knock, and we're gonna get a nice bed going there. I want to keep the Brazzaro tearing because that's my rear radiant heat. That's what's giving us that heat roll. That's what's giving us that smoke roll. Since I'm not going to be grilling technically, I just want just heat down there. You know, I don't want it close. I don't want to be searing anything right now. Nothing like that. You know, we'll play with that when we work on the griddle and the grates tonight, doing the um, mushroom Swiss Juicy Lucy's. So we're gonna get some bacon going on there. We'll do the burgers on there. We're gonna grind up some ribeye tonight. So we're gonna make some real good Juicy Lucy's. We'll do our mushrooms over here. You know, we'll just I don't know, just see what kind of versatility she's got. But the neighbors are jealous right now. If you can smell that oak, man, I love the smell of oak burning. It's my favorite. So that and pecan. Pecan smells awesome burning. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go, and we'll probably just get the meat on there and see what happens. All right, guys, let's throw some meat on. I'm gonna let them burn a little bit, but got a nice fire going here. This is what we got going on over here. I got the meter in here. Let me bring this out. We got our ribs, and then we got our shoulder roast. It's a little guy. So let's do this. Bring it over here. So our ribs, we're just gonna toss on right over yonder. Bring it up here. And our shoulder roast, I'm just gonna throw right next to it. So I got the meter in there, got it on the side, of course. So I'm actually measuring the ambient temperature at the grate, you know, with the meters when you stick them up at the top. You're not gonna get the accurate reading. So um, I'm just gonna let those go. Let them soak in some of that flavor. I have no direct heat over that. I do over the ribs, but I am going to knock that down here and even that out. But I just wanted to get the meat on there, get it popping. So that's what we're doing. All right. As you can see, I got them knocked down here. Big grill. Needs a big rake. So I'm just going to make sure we get some oxygen flowing through this guy down here. The flames will go down. So for the time being, I will probably just, let me push this guy back here. I will probably just bring them up just a little bit. You know what I mean? So put him back and close the door, man. Let's do this. So we should be feeding pretty good. So let me bring this up just a little bit. Hey, should be all right. Catching all that smoke, all that flavor. I'll just keep an eye on them. All right, guys, so I just wanted to show you something real quick. We're cooking along, so I was taking my uh, infrared and just testing around. And our back fire brick are running at about 750. Our uppers that are radiating are around 680. About 500 on the upper walls themselves, and about 450 on this upper one. Our griddle here, which has nothing underneath it, is running just around 400 at that height. But I mean, once that quarter-inch steel heats up, man, it's on, and it'll hold it for a while. Our grates are running at about 370 over the fire spots. Actually, they're pretty consistent all the way around. But this is what I wanted to show you guys. Our little deflector in the back slash coal chute. Now, it's actually been working quite well. The coals that are falling, I haven't touched the Brazzaro at all with the rake. So everything that is falling is actually just piling along the, sliding down and going into the thing underneath the grates. But when I check that rear wall, it's running 770, 750. So it is definitely radiating some heat. So I was happy to see that. So far, it looks like it's working as it's planned. But all right, I'll keep you updated. Well, I figured since I'm out here cooking anyway, let's make some lunch. So I'm gonna do fuck, a couple of bacon grilled cheese. So throw some bacon over here. Let them go for a little bit. Got some bread over here, just lightly spread with some mayo on one side. Way better than butter for mac and cheese. Oh my god, for grilled cheese. So I'm gonna let that bacon go. Then we'll get our bread on there. Make some quick sandwiches. All right. Just get our bacon back a little bit. Spread some of that beautiful flavor around. Why not? All right. Throw our bread on. This is gonna take like a second. Like to get both sides going. Slice of good old American on each one. Bacon. Bacon. See how we're looking. Yeah, a couple minutes. We're gonna let that other side sit up. Flip them over. Make our sandwiches. Melt our cheese up. So we got our lids on. We're gonna be wrapping this beef here soon. Looking super nice. It's got some beautiful color, beautiful crust on it. Check that out. Oh man, ribs are looking good. We cooking. We cooking. Keep these even. Oh, nice. Look at that, guys. Yum yum. All right. Flipped them a couple times. Got to make sure the cheese is melted. Believe me, you ain't never seen someone hate unmelted cheese more than my wife, and I'm right with her on that, especially American cheese. So check it out. Oh, quick and easy bacon grilled cheese. You can't beat that. Come on. Got heat. Might as well use it. Yum. All right, guys, I'm gonna eat some lunch, and then I'm assuming by the time I get done with this, I'll probably be ready to get that roast wrapped up. All right, guys, I'm gonna get that roast wrapped. Yes, I'm aware butcher paper is flammable. I'm just gonna kick some flames to the side because that beautiful crust that we just put together on that thing, I ain't losing it. So the wind don't take it. Just grab this. Oh man, come on, look at that beautiful color on that thing. Huh? Throw him right in the center. Just like so. As you can see, we're really technical today, but in all honesty, that is what is so great about Santa Maria style grills and live fire cooking and all of that. You really just, you don't ever feel like you need to not care, but be preoccupied with so many variables, man. It's heat, it's meat, you know? And that's seriously one of my favorite things about cooking like this is you can just make some seriously good food without the hassle, honestly. And the flavor is fantastic. So I'm just going to push this bed of coals over. I still want heat underneath, but I don't want fire, you know? So we're just going to keep this over here just to keep the heat even in the pit. We're going to move him over there just like that. That's how we're going to live right now. Should be good. Close him up. Let's just take our roast. That's it. I don't know. That's just what we're going to do. So um, our ribs are starting to get some really nice color. Let's see what we got going on here, guys. Oh, yeah. Check these out. Oh, I want to break them. Woohoo! Bones is hot. So I'm actually going to flip them. Get some more color on that other side. Grill them out just a little bit. Let them soak up a little more heat. Turn that fat end towards that brazzaro. And then we're going to wrap those up as well. So we're going to let them go for about 5-10 more minutes. All right, guys. So we got some butcher here. Yep, butcher again. Don't want to lose the nice crust on them ribs either. So even though we don't have like a rub on there to create a bark per se, the salt and pepper creates a beautiful crust on them on ribs, man. Salt and pepper love pork. In my opinion, of course. Look at that, guys. How can I do this without breaking them and burning my hands? Come on. Beautiful. The smell. You can just smell wood. I love it. So I'm going to just throw them upside down on that guy. Take care of some of my ash. Do a little present wrap on these. Pull these corners. Do a little tuck. A tuckity tuck tuck. Like so. Throw these back on. I'm going to move them more towards the front here for a second. Tuck this corner a little bit better. then we are going to, here, let me get this out of the way. You can hear all them coals falling from the Brazzero. I'll show you this here once I get in to move that fire around. It's pretty awesome, man. See them all down there? They're all just falling, pulling in. So now I'm going to take our fire and I'm just going to bring it back. And we're just going to let that rear deflector do its thing. Some radiant heat. Try to keep the flames from not underneath our butcher paper so we don't come out to a raging paper fire. I'm thinking we're good. So I'm going to let them go face down for a little bit. Just let that butter break down, provide the moisture inside that paper. And then I will flip them over and, I don't know, finish them off. Give the roast a flip. Keep an eye on that temp. I don't think I'm going to feed the Brazzero anymore. I'm just going to let that finish off because, man, if I'm guessing, I probably got maybe about an hour, hour and a half left in the cook. So I don't think I'll need it. I think I have plenty of fire down in the belly of the beast itself. And like I said, I'll keep that fire to the back, so it's all still doing the same thing. You know what I mean? Should work pretty good, man. So, all right, guys. So, been about another hour and a half, so that's pretty close. I was actually going to take the meat further because I wanted to make pulled beef, but my wife said she'd rather have sliced beef, almost brisket style. So she's right around that 205 mark. It's definitely going to go a little higher than your typical because just the simple fact that the temperature is probably a lot higher, cooked quicker. So, and then the ribs I believe are ready to come out of the wrap. So I'm going to pull the beef off. I'm going to let that rest for a little while, probably half hour or so. It's not that big of a piece of meat. And then we're going to pull the ribs out of the wrap and slide some coals underneath and just set everything back up. Do a quick little grill off on them, give them a little more of that fantastic flavor, and see what we did. First off, let me grab my pan, and I'll put that over here. Pull our meat over here, and let me get the rest of my gloves. I'm just going to pull this right off. Oh, man. Damn, guys, those are good. All right. Get rid of that. Come on. Okay. So now, like I said, we're going to pull some of them coals forward. And do a quick little grill on those things. Just to set everything up. Try not to stir the ashes up too much, but hey, what can you do? Blow them off. Ashes won't kill you. And these ones, I'm just going to kind of just disperse out, let them cool down. Got hours worth of fuel left in here, but I still want to do another coat of seasoning at the end of all this. Clean the grates back off and get everything nice wiped down. Let it hold that temperature and then just cool back all down again. So let me grab some tongs here and flip these bad boys over. I don't want to bring them down too much because there is a ton of heat down there. So I'm just going to let them grill off for a few minutes. We'll bring them in and we'll see what we did. All right, guys. So here, let me see if I can come in just a little bit. Close enough, I guess. So I got the meat wrapped, resting. This has been sitting for about 10 minutes. So nice and chilly. Let's try to find the center between a bone here. There we go. Maybe. Holy hell. I've never cut ribs before, apparently. Oh, man. I love a good grilled salt and pepper rib. Look at that. Oh, that color in there. Oh, nice pull, clean off. Nice and moist in there. Yum. Mm. Just a nice little crunch off the crust of that thing. Yum. Love ribs like that. Love them. Yum. So that worked pretty good. I'm happy to see that. Now next, I just want to let this rest just a little bit more, make sure that moisture gets back in there, and then we'll cut into that. Guys, damn near embarrassing. I'm a sucker for open fire, salt, pepper, green chili ribs, man. I stood here over the cutting board and killed half a rack. But anyway, let's see what we did with this guy, shall we? Let me just go right through this end over here. Get him off. She's still a little bit warm. Not quite as moist as I'd like to see. It's tender, and the flavor is definitely there. But it definitely needed a little more attention. A little bit dry. That's why I should have went to pulled beef so I could do it up. But anyway, all I got to do with that is toss it in the pressure cooker for about 5 minutes, and I'll have some beautiful shredded beef. So, but the flavor's there. But like I said, it's just a little, just not as moist as I would like it. I mean, it's tender, it's tasty. Can't win them all. It is good though. Not a whole lot of marbling inside there either though. So, but all right, that's it, guys. It was fun, man. I cooked well. I'm super proud with it. Um, there's just I don't know, just something freeing about just cooking over fire like that and just doing it. I don't know. I've been a fan of it years and years. When I had my Yoder flat top, and even before that, the Yoder flat top was what really brought me into it. Realizing how much I enjoyed it, and then all those years on the hunt for a Santa Maria, and then once I finally got one, and again, it was just like that was it. I was hooked, man. It's just fun to cook. I don't know. I love everything about it. I love the flavor. Nothing tastes. I mean, you can smoke meat, you can grill meat. There's just something different about roasting it over live fire. There's just a flavor, there's a taste, there's just something that you can't replicate with anything else. My opinion, of course, but it is what it is. So that's it, guys. It was fun. So next, like I said, we're gonna toss some go more into a recipe. I'm gonna do my um, bacon mushroom Swiss juicy Lucy's tonight. So just sounded real good, and I figured it'd be a good way to utilize everything out there. So, all right, guys, that's all I got. Later.